thank you. They're thinning fuels and chipping the remains. Boise Fire is starting Wildfire Awareness Month alongside other agencies in East Boise today. This is all to remove the invasive Russian olive tree. Our Andrew Bartline talked to Boise Fire and local volunteers as they removed these fuels. Andrew, why the Russian olive tree specifically? You heard Bree talk about other vegetation is concerning as well.
Yeah, well, from Boise Fire's perspective, removing trees and fuels reduces the likelihood of fire or the severity of a potential fire. And if they pick an invasive species to target, like this Russian olive tree, other folks are going to want to chip in and help for their own reasons too, like the Audubon Society. Near an East Boise neighborhood, Boise Fire is sawing, dragging, and chipping away at fuels ahead of the wildfire season. They're specifically targeting the invasive Russian olive tree and drawing on help from volunteers at the Audubon Society.
I find it more rewarding than I did what I was doing when I was working.
Today, Alan Crockett is working to protect birds in the local ecosystem. He says the Russian olive tree invades and replaces other vegetation, but the insects won't eat its leaves, which disrupts the natural food chain.
The birds need the insects, particularly in the spring when they're breeding, because they need protein.
Boise Fire provides the necessary equipment and the extra muscle needed.
It's a tough plant.
Because headed into fire season, the department is making a push to manage fuels for Wildfire Awareness Month.
So we're breaking up the fuel continuity, we're reducing the fuel load at the same time, taking care of some of the invasive tree species, which we don't want anyway. If we don't come in here and do this, it keeps that fuel load, on the heavier side. And so if a wildfire does burn through here, towards the end of the season when fuels are cured out and that sort of thing, you're going to lose more trees, more desirable trees that are part of the habitat in this particular area.
Boise Fire says Wildfire Awareness Month receives national participation. Locally, Boise Fire encourages everyone to be fire-wise because the highest risk months are directly ahead.
Limb up their trees, take that dead and down material away from their structure, clean up all the leaf debris and pine needle debris around their houses, and reduce the ignition vulnerabilities around their homes.
What else is there?
And while Alan is focusing on cleaning up the birds' home first, he says we all enjoy the outdoors and the land is worth protecting.
And if you don't keep up with it or start taking them out, they're going to take over and replace what we have in the way of vegetation here.
Boise Fire is offering a free wildfire home safety evaluation. They also offer a free chipping service for those fuels to get rid of off your property. Anyone who wants to utilize these resources can find them linked in this article on our website at ktvb.com.
Oh, I need to sign up for that. They can probably advise you on some of those fire-wise landscaping methods. All right, Andrew Bartline, thank you.